Good morning, traders and investors around the world, and welcome to Wednesday's edition of premarketinfo.com, where we prepare you for the most important hour of the day, the first hour. Dennis, we got about an 8.5 point range in the S&Ps this morning. Pretty quiet overnight session, trading down $3.
Yeah, Joel, overall it's been pretty quiet. We sold off a bit last night on Microsoft's PC sales warning, so that's what put us under a little bit of pressure in the tech sector. We were down as much as 6 this morning. We bounced back here, trading down only 3, so not too bad considering Microsoft did warn on their PC sales.
Oh, okay. Perhaps that's the reason why we got Microsoft moving a whole 37 cents. Well, just recapping the S&Ps quickly, we made an overnight high at 1287.75. Really no relevant number there. Above that, we have Tuesday's high at 1292. The Globex low stands at 1279 and a quarter, just below the mild psychological support at 1280. If that 79 and a quarter holds as the high of the day, we have an upside target of 1296.75. If the 1187.75 holds as the high of the day, we have a downside target of 1270 and a quarter. Just a note, folks, the 9-day average range has just been coming crashing down in the S&Ps. We're now down to under an 18-point range. And yesterday's day session had a 7-point range. So market really consolidating up here after a big run. Moving on to the Big Ten, starting with Apple Computer, made a new all-time high on Monday, but was unable to achieve that level on Tuesday. Tuesday's high stopping at 426 should be excellent resistance. Closing mid-range at 423.34. Folks, finally got a good number for you in this Apple Computer. You have two lows, 421.30, 421.50. If it breaks that at any time during the session today or in the future, if you're long, be careful. Short, you may have a good opportunity there.
Yeah, Joel, this is a stock here that's definitely got tired. It hit that new 52-week high a couple days ago, then did pull back. It was that fake breakout that we had actually warned you guys about. Google's been weak. Google obviously was up $9 yesterday, gave it all back. I think that's, what put a little bit of pressure on Apple later in the day. And obviously this Microsoft PC sales is probably not the greatest news for Apple either, so Apple's trading down 75 cents here in the pre-market.
Okay, moving on to our next component, ExxonMobil. Had a nice run early in the day, getting up to 86.21, peeling back at 85.72. Here's a stock that's opening right into support. Tuesday's low at 85.38. So look for a slight bounce there in ExxonMobil off the open. If, in fact, that 85.38 can't hold, we have to go back to major support. Just that $85 level is surrounded. 85.11 was Friday's low, and then you have the lows from last week at 84.92. So very much significance being placed level in ExxonMobil.
Yeah, Joel, this 85 to 86, this area still just keeps holding this 85. If we look here, we've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 times we've bottomed here in this 85 area, and we keep getting up to that 86 area. So the range still stays 85 to 86. It keeps holding, so I guess you keep playing it that way until it doesn't work anymore. The day it starts trading 84.75, that's, the day that I don't want to be long it anymore. But until it really cuts through that 85 with some conviction, I guess you continue to buy it there.
Okay, it looks like maybe this Microsoft news is affecting IBM, although IBM has been kind of weak on its own lately. 181.20 was yesterday's low. We're currently trading below that level, so let's use that 181.20 to 181.30 as resistance. Tuesday's low in the close. Coming back on the downside, Monday's low at 180.27. Looks like it's going to get tested here. Also the psychological buck 80 level, but really a good downside target today in IBM with the continued weakness would be 179.04, folks, which, believe it or not, would be the 14-day low.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about IBM here, Joel. It's just kind of been hanging out. It's been relatively weak overall. And you got to think with the Microsoft sales figures, maybe that puts a little bit of pressure on IBM today. It is trading down 60 cents in the pre-market. It's trading at 180.68, just a couple hundred shares, so hard to say exactly where it's going to go. But I think you do keep an eye on that psychological 180. But if it starts to take that out, then it starts to open up a bit. Obviously, had this little bottom here. I think Joel's talking about that 179 area. But then if you go below that, then it really starts to open up.
Okay, Microsoft has reiterated sales crashed through Monday and Tuesday's lows, which was 27.72 to 27.75. So that would be excellent resistance up to the close of 27.84. Perhaps you get a little bit of a relief rally into that area. Provide excellent resistance. Trading now at 27.48, which is below Friday's low. The next significant number that I would have in that stock would be 27.29, which was Thursday's low. Also gapping down to the $27 level should serve as the bottom today in Microsoft.
Yeah, obviously trading down significantly after hours. I think as low as 27.20. 27.49 is where it's trading. Not too bad considering they did give a warning here. That stock goes into rally mode for whatever reason. We got a wall forming up in this 28.10 to 28.15 area. I don't see that happening today, but if it's to drift up there over the next couple of days, that's an area to keep an eye on, because I think you're going to get major resistance up there in that 28 area.
Yeah, also, as we talk about a lot in Microsoft, how it really likes to form these double, triple, quadruple, quintuple tops, and this one looks like a triple top here from 28.10 to 28.19. Moving on to Chevron Corporation, kind of a quiet day in that stock as well. Kind of testing this 108 area, the weekly low at 107.97, Monday's low at 108.83 is the major support in this stock. Tuesday's low was a little bit above that. We're going to be opening right around Tuesday's low. So if you're trying along in that area, expect a quick drop down to 108 level if this 108.90 doesn't hold. Coming on the upside, we did sneak into the 110s yesterday, Dennis. Unfortunately, we were not able to get up to that all-time high of 110.99. But that will be our major resistance in the session today.
Yeah, we've talked about this 111 area, 110.90s, pretty much every time it gets up above 110. That's the area where the major resistance, the high-frequency resistance, is in the upper 110s. Got to 110.66, so just probably right in front of that high-frequency resistance. But again, the 110.80s, 110.90s, major resistance up there. That's a $1.80 up, though, on a day we're down, so I don't know if that gets tested again today. But you do have a double top up there now at that 111, so not a great sign for the bulls. If it started to break down below this 107 area, then I would start to get concerned here from owning this stock from a long perspective.
Okay, all right. Moving down to our next component, J down 20 cents in the pre-market. Here's another stock opening up into support, opening right on Tuesday's low. Below that, look out. You have really a steep drop there down to 64.41, which was Monday's low. Coming back on the upside here for J&J. Not able to reach that $66 level. It seems like we just keep making a lower high in that stock as the high frequency traders take on a little bit more risk here in shorting against that $66 level. But really, you're getting a wall forming here from 65.40 to 65.60.
Yeah, you're starting to get a wall here even a little. Yeah, I think you're right, Joel. 65.50, I actually see some size in the book forming there now. So you're really getting a wall here. 65.20, I'm actually seeing some size form there. If you look, we got this nice little trend here forming. Just pointing it out for you on the chart there, where you've got higher or lower highs and lower lows happening. So stock is starting to form a channel here, moving down. If for whatever reason we get up to that 66, there's a wall up there, but 65.5 starting to get some size, 65.20. So I'm a seller of this stock, even at the settlement here. It's trading 65 in the pre-market right now with the market being down. But if it gets up there to try that settlement area, that's kind of at the top of this channel, so that might not be a bad area to try short as well.
Okay, moving on. Next component, Procter Gamble, just meandering here between 66 and 67. 67 just being that major resistance, backed up by a big seller on the book. Monday and Tuesday's low, folks, right here is 66.07, 66.22. So we are breaking down here through a double bottom. Shorting the stock in the hole is not always the most enjoyable thing. Perhaps if you can get a settlement back up to the close, 66.36 be a good area to try and get out of some longs or initiate some shorts. This is trading pretty close here, Dennis, to the Friday's low, which also was a weekly low at 65.83. So that will stand as major support. Below that, we could be looking at the $65 level.
Yeah, you want to hold that level. He's talking about this number right here where the stock bottomed out right here on your chart. Obviously, our resistance I'll talk about first, 66.80, 66.88, 66.90, 66.95, 67, seeing size all over the place up there. So this stock gets up to that 66.70 to 66.75 area, talking about right up here, near yesterday's high. Sellers all over the place up there. Expect high frequency resistance all up here. But, if we do continue to break down here below that 65.90, 65.80 area, then you can see there's some air to fill down here to 65. So you definitely don't want to be long if it starts to trade in the 65.80s.
Okay, our next component, AT&T, still trying to recover that ground from the dividend that it was initiated last week. Still trading under that magic $30 level. Tuesday's high, 29.92, will be good support here. Trading down a nickel, so let's use the low and the close as resistance in AT&T, 29.74 to 29.76. Coming out of downside, we got a real good number here at Monday's low, 29.50. That looks like that may come into play in the session. Below that, we're looking at some late December lows at 29.30 and 29.03.
Yeah, it's kind of a classic example for that 29.50 of where resistance can become support. If you look back here, just where I'm pointing out in November, we had 1, 2, 3, like 4 highs really here in this 29.50 area. Even going back to October, it almost got to the 29.50 area. So then we cut through here in late December. We cut through nicely at the run up into the dividend. The dividend came, obviously, 40 cents, knocks the price down to 30. People get disinterested because it's 3 months before the next dividend, and it keeps drifting down, drifts right down to that 29.50, which was the old resistance here. That became support. We bounced off there. We may retest that. And if the 29.50 holds, maybe you could try it one more time. I always say third time's a charm. This would be the second time. But if it cuts to that 29.5, then it would open up and down to this 29 area.
Okay, GE kind of had an interesting day yesterday. Opened up quite a bit, Dennis. Opened up right into that $19 level, and that was almost a smack dab high of the day. The HFT guys, I don't know if there was stuff there to lean on, but it just snuck its head over $19, and then someone hit the sell key because that stock got sold off most of the day, not able to muster much of a rally. Great formation here, folks. You have 3 consecutive lows from 1856 to 1862. We're currently trading at 1863. I think a break below here, this 1856 level, and we could easily trade down to 1823 and 29, which was another double bottom. Coming back on the upside, I think your first chance to short this stock or take a look at it exiting along would be 1872 the close, and then back up to the $19 level.
Yeah, this 19 area, definitely a wall. There was some size there. It opened right up on the button at 19. That was the high. Never looked back. Stock pulled straight down afterwards. There was a little bit of negative comments there. I can't remember exactly what it was, but there were some negative comments that were said after the open, which I think pulled it down even more. Stock is trading 1863 right now. For whatever reason, those 1890s will be major resistance here now, so we get up and we start rallying. I'd be a seller up here just like before again in that 1890s. High frequency resistance all over the place up here. Starts to pull back and cut through that 1850. You start to get a little bit of air down to this 1820-25 area where we had these couple bottoms in December.
Okay, moving on to our final component, Coca-Cola made a low at 69.11. We have crashed through that, Dennis, down 57 cents. Any news associated with that, or just a good old-fashioned seller?
No, actually, we got UBS has downgraded Coke and Pepsi today, so that's why stocks trading actually down here at 68.77
Huh.
after closing at 69.34. So look out for that low there from a few days ago,
Yep.
68.62. That was the low from about 3 trading sessions ago there. Starts to take that out, opens up down to that 68 area where you can see we had this top in December. You know, if we went with the old resistance becomes support where we broke out here, maybe that 68 is your next area where you might find some decent support. But I'd first use that 68, 62, cut through there, then maybe the 68 area. What do you think, Joel?
Yeah, it looks like UBS is swinging a pretty big stick here in Coca-Cola. Look, if you're looking for a bounce on this thing, 69.11 was Tuesday's low. So to fill the gap, that's where we need to get to. Probably people stepping ahead of that at the $69 area. So let's call that 69 even to 69.11 resistance. And as Dennis reiterated, 68.62. That was a Friday and weekly low. Below that, things open up perhaps down to the $68 level. Just on a note here, we got a lot of red in the Big Ten, right or wrong, with the SPOOs this morning. As we had talked about, the SPOOs breaking out, the futures closing price above 1280. We're looking for two more closes of above that level in order to confirm our next leg up to 1350. If in fact we can't hold that, and perhaps we're going to go back and slink into our old trading range. That's the SPOOs Big Ten for you. We tried something new out with our charts today. We'd appreciate any comments we have from our listeners. We'll be back with our market movers.